Good afternoon, everybody. I want to say thank you for taking a look at today's trade. Today is June 5th, 2017. And we're going to go over today's trade with you, looking at crude oil. And as we can see, if you take a look at this chart, the low for last week on Friday was 46.74. That's going to be an area that's going to be a significant level of support. There's probably going to be a lot of buyers there waiting to push the market back up because that is an all-time low. There was a lower low a couple of weeks back around the 43 level, but that was because of the OPEC news. But okay, now let's move forward. As we can see, the market opened up back on Sunday. We had a rally up here. I'm going to zoom in so you can get a better picture. So here we are, Sunday. And this rally was because of OPEC. They asked Qatar to leave their group. Why? Because there's a rumor that they are supporting terrorist groups, and they don't want the members of that group do not want them to be affiliated with them. Also, due to build better relationship with the U.S. And price rallied up to 48.40, and that was established a high for Sunday and as well for Monday. Move forward, price action came back down, test moving average went back up, but no one's really trading this session. So when we open up on Monday, this is the European session open, Monday at 12 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Price action just moved down, and if you take a look right here, price action fell down to here around the 48.06 level, bounced back up to the 48 around the 25, and then eventually broke down to 48. So price action works differently in different ways. So the one thing you need to understand is everything works not a significant figure where you're at a 48 level and there's some major support there. Everything works in a zone. So the $48 zone would be somewhere between 48.05 to like 47.95 within a 10-20 cent range. That is a zone. So if you can see right here, it came down, tested is 48.05. There was some buyers, some support here, pushed up around the 25 area, and then it sold off again. And one interesting thing is I'm pretty sure you have heard what was once resistance then becomes support, or what was once support becomes resistance. I'm going to draw a line right here in this 25 zone. Right, let me back this up a little bit. Okay, sorry about that, taking so long. So this was actually a swing high back in Friday around 9:25 Pacific Standard Time, and the price is at 48.07. You can see eventually the price action broke up on this Sunday, came down, tested it, and bounced back up. So this acted as support. Eventually, when it broke down, this price action came down, tested this 47.80, found a lot of buyers there, pushed it back up, and boom, hit this 48.07 area again. So it acted as support. Once it broke, now it acts as resistance. And if you can see during the European session, it just sold off. So I'm asleep during that time. I start looking for my trades at about 5:30 a.m. when I'm up, Pacific Standard Time. So here I saw all this price action just sold off. I was like, okay, do I want to go short? Yes, I do want to go short if it continues to sell off, but I need some type of a bounce in order for me to get involved in this market. What I was looking for was hoping for it to test the $47 area and then bounce off from there. Looking for a good area where probably test the $48.50 area and then come back down. So eventually it hit the 47 mark, bounced off a little, went back up towards this moving average, and it tested it once more. A little double bounce. After this double bounce, we call this kind of a double bottom, and price pushed back up. As you can see, this moving average, it was consolidating in this little area. It couldn't get above this 47.48 area. So this was another resistive zone for it. And as you move forward in time, excuse these lines, this was the swing high during that time when the live session was open. And this 47.39 was the actual high. I was hoping for it to go to 47.50 because there's more sellers up there. It's more resistive. And I'm sure it would have pushed the price a little bit lower, probably to my target. So what happened is there was, based on my strategy and my setup, there was a short trigger that happened, and it was right here at 47.08. But because I also saw this moving average crossover going down to the downside, And these two double bottom right here, I was able to take a trade, and I set it at a stop fill at 47.15. I got into the trade, and it started going into my favor, and it's prone to test this $47 level again. So this time, it made this little doji. I was a little bit uncomfortable with this doji because it signals a reversal. And then it started to fall apart, break 46.90, and eventually tested 48.86. I was pretty excited. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about to hit my target. I'm about 11 cents away. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you will see my target was 46.75. The profit was about, looking at about 250, a $400 trade. And then my risk was about, to the stop, $240 risk. So it was almost a 2-to-1 ratio, which is really good. And then when it broke down this 47, I did move the stop loss down here to the 47.31 because I said maybe I don't want to risk up here, down here, more feasible. I actually want to move my stop loss once it broke down the 47 level to the 47. I said at least I could lock in $150, but I was caught up in a chat room, so I wasn't paying too much attention to it, and it didn't work in my favor. After that, after it tested this 46.86, it rallied pretty hard, and I was like hoping it doesn't break 47, doesn't close above 47. Eventually it did close above 47, tested this 08 level, came back down 46.90, 87, but did not make new lows. And then the candle closed like this, which is pretty much not a shooting star, but a hammer. So that means looks like the bears have ran out of steam and the bulls are now in control. And it's pushing the market up. And I exited somewhere around here because I said, okay, it doesn't look like it wants to create any more new lows, and the buyers are now starting to be in control. I think I should get out of my trade, and I believe I got out around 47.10 or 47.08 and just called it a day. Eventually, the market did give a long trigger, but I wasn't taking part in that. And I will log this day as a loser day because eventually it did hit my stop loss. It's just that I was able to read the candles a little bit more diligently, and I exited at a little bit of a profit. And move forward in time all the way to the close of the market. Eventually it rallied. There was a buy signal at this bar right here when it broke this high of 47.19. Trigger would have been a 47.19 area. Target was about 47.50. Went up to 51 was the high, and it would have been a nice $300 trade. But that's my part of the strategy, is not to trade every single trigger. It's just to find the best trades in my favor. And one a day is good for me because, you know, some people work, some people don't work. And that's just how I'm able to come up with a good average with this strategy. And the close of the market is at 11:30, close around this 47.39. And I'm going to show you guys a condensed version of the live trade video. So you guys enjoy the video and have a wonderful day.
Rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own. I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you've gone it was never, never an honest word. That was when I ruled the world. It was the wicked and wild to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become.